Okay, here we go over to July. If the French are waiting for a sunny day, then surely it's sunny enough for them now to be able to be launching their invasion. I'm beginning to think they're simply terrified of me. It's always a possibility, isn't it? What have we got here? He's ready for ambush, him. That's very odd, isn't it? What have we got there? Yes, these are the ones, that really I should have swapped troops around for, shouldn't I, in order to put some hussars in there, in order to at least defend the artillery a bit. I think we do definitely need to get rid of some of these troops that are in here. I'll get rid of those three. In fact, tell you what, let's move those in there and then do a swap over. So we take those three there and swap them with these three here. Okay, there we are. Oh, we've got plenty of troops in there. We're fine there, and we're fine there. And we've got a good mix of troops as well. So let's move these over into one of my garrison positions. I think perhaps over to. I'm not sure what's the most risky, really. Whether it's Breslau or Dresden or wherever. I think maybe we'll reinforce Breslau, but no. I'm going to go back to Königsberg. I go to Königsberg because this seems to be where his troop build-up is at the moment, isn't it? So we've got a large army stood next to it there, and we've got a decent number of troops inside there. So I think we should be able to hold anything off that comes that way. So now these need to be added really to somebody's army. There are a couple of a couple of unicorns. So I need to be using those. And we've got some horse there as well, so we're gradually improving the quality of the troops we've got as well, with some heavy cavalry and replacing with unicorns. Now they're both 6-pounder foot artillery, aren't they? I think maybe that's the one that we should be improving. So we take these two unicorns over here, over to there, and oh no, I don't want them on that side there, that is silly. And then we'll move them there next turn. Goodness, they've gone all the way around the outside of there, exposing themselves to an attack from the enemy. It's one of the silly things this game does sometimes, I'm afraid. Right. Now I did say I thought I had enough men in Dresden to be able to come out and make an army. And not Dresden, sorry, it's Berlin, isn't it? It's over in Berlin. I'll move to Dresden anyway, though. Take them over to Dresden, and then I'll filter troops through from Dresden to make up that third army over there, and perhaps with these as well. Yep, get everything moving towards Dresden, and we can have 3 armies over there as well. And we'll have 3 armies in each place at once. Right, okay, let's go over to the beginning of July and just hope that this is the time that the French feel confident enough about being able to attack me. He's got 3 armies here. And he has, well, perhaps even a 4th there. His building is now replenished, so he is recruiting, but again he is recruiting militia. He's got a lot of line infantry there. There's 1 militia there. He should have militia all over the place here, really. If we look here, there's a bit of militia in there. Where's all the militia gone? He must have loads of it somewhere. There's some there. I suspect all that line there is all militia. So a good smattering of militia amongst his troops there, I would say. Perhaps as many as half his troops there are militia, and of course he can't recruit cavalry there either. So I've got an army here that's hidden. I've got an army here that stood next to Königsberg. Surely with those 3 armies he's going to be tempted to come over and attack. You know, he really is. I would have suspected he would. In fact, what I'm going to do is maybe put this army here, because he might come across there in order to reach me. So yes, I will. I'll reserve that army. In fact, I might even hide it, because if I hide it there, it's even better, isn't it? Can he hide in there? Yes. Okay, so they're both in ambush now. So both those armies are invisible to the enemy. So all he can see now is a rather exposed Königsberg. So he must be tempted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He must be tempted to attack that. I've got a fortress in there. And goodness me, I've got some pretty decent tackle in there as well, haven't I? And a military academy as well. Gosh, I could recruit lots of troops in there as well, couldn't I, if I wanted to? In fact, what can I get in there? A military academy. Right, okay. So I think really he's going to want Königsberg, and if he thinks it's exposed and he can attack it with only 7 men inside it, I think he could well go for that. So let's see if he falls for the bait, and then we'll hopefully take Marseille off him and take Danzig off him as well with these armies that are down here after he's attacked rather futilely. Okay, we'll go over to the beginning of July. Right, these are those troops that went, well, best way to describe it is circumventing, I think, really. They certainly circumvented in order to get where I wanted them to go to. Right, the other frustrating thing about this, of course, is I'm building up merchant ships now that aren't earning any money. They're simply costing money. They only cost about 40 something. Aha! Now this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. The main reason is if I go to war with him, these other people, his allies and stuff, will join the war and support him, you see, including the Kingdom of Italy. So I'd lost Kingdom of Italy and, of course, my trade with Spain and with Denmark. I didn't want to do that, so I'm hoping, by not calling my allies to help, that these will not go in on his side. But we'll see. That's the main reason why I always want him to declare war on me rather than the other way around. Okay, so war declared between Russia and France. And, oh yes, so you can see that Spain and the other nations haven't done anything. So it looks like I got away with that one. So now I can take his trading hub and start trading from, well, perhaps coffee for now, and then work towards his spice hub. I can also take Marseille off him. I hope I'm strong enough to hold that now. If he has an army down in that direction, I hope to be near enough to be able to help against that army. I might even be able to jump out from Switzerland over to Alsace-Lorraine and take that off him. I wonder what he's going to do with those North European armies, whether he's going to put himself into a position where I can take those northern territories from him. To be quite frank, I don't really care too much about those northern territories. They seem really quite isolated. If I cut them off where they can only produce militia, all it's going to do is cost him money from areas that aren't making much money. It's going to cost him lots of money to just continually produce armies of militia, which I should find fairly easy to defeat. And of course, give me an opportunity to meet him in the field as well. It's frustrating not being able to fight in the open field. The British, of course, aren't at war with the French. Those armies that you can see on that fleet there, he's just sailed straight past the French, as you can see, will be on the way to Sweden, I imagine, because he's still at war with Sweden. Yep, not at war with anybody else. Still got the trade agreements with everybody else, so that's worked out okay. I'll just sort out this spy and see where I'm going to move him to. It would be nice if he was over Marseille way. In fact, if I could have brought... in fact, there are spies around here, aren't there, that are recruited? Maybe I could have done with one of those, but... okay, let's get them moving. You see, I am at Strasbourg and Alsace-Lorraine, aren't I? So I might be able to, if there are any spies around there, be able to influence what happens here. There are some armies up there, of course, aren't there, that could influence what happens at Marseille. But anyway, for now, I'm generally going to move in the direction of the Marseille area, so around here. It's going to take a long time to get there, but I think it's going to be worth doing that. So that's the agent recruiter we get rid of. Building sabotage. This is one of mine. That's a banking house. Presumably it's this one. Yes, it is. How much is that going to cost me? 3,221 to repair that. Goodness me. And I bet you it's a French name. What's the name? Luc Bovy. So yes, I imagine that's another French spy that I need to be dealing with there somewhere. That's going to affect my economy, that. Technology theft failed. No worries. Let's just go in there and try again. So steal the research, and we're stealing this one. Only 3 things left to get, and my 3 universities are working on those at the same time that I'm doing this. As soon as I get those out of the way, I'll be getting rid of them. As soon as the technology is out of the way, I should say. Good grief, the rockets are here already. I thought they were ages away. Wow, I had no idea. And do you know, I'd completely forgotten I was recruiting more ironclads in the Black Sea as well. So let's have those out. Oh, that's a nice little bonus, actually. A little present that I left myself. I don't know what's going to happen with those, actually, because I can't see myself being able to make a complete new navy with them. Anyway, for now, we'll get them up here with the rest. It's good news, actually, because they should be able to defend this kind of an area while my fleets start to move forward and take these trading hubs.